audience, welcome to Viewpoint from Overseas. I'm your host Faraz Darwesh. We have several different topics with us on the table. First, we will discuss an unfortunate and questionable speech by the son-in-law of former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, Captain Safdar. Yes, Captain Safdar has given a very hateful speech against a minority community, Ahmadiyya community, in the parliament, and he criticized them. He requested the parliament to put a ban in hiring people from Ahmadiyya community into military, civil services, judiciary, and etc. So we'll discuss, Pakistan is trying to get out of the extremism, out of this terrorism mess. Extremism gives birth to terrorism, and they are all interconnected. Both are interconnected, and during this phase where Pakistan is trying to come out of extremism, the son-in-law of former Prime Minister, who is also the head of the ruling party, PMLN, has given such questionable speech where he is promoting extremism in the parliament. So we'll discuss, what is really happening in Pakistan. Why do we have such a confused policy? And then we'll discuss a couple, Joshua Boyle and Caitlan Coleman, who were kidnapped back in 2012 from Afghanistan. They were held in the captivity of Taliban, and thanks to Pakistan's armed forces, they have conducted a successful operation and recovered both Joshua Boyle and Caitlan Coleman, both a Canadian American couple. So we'll discuss, will this have any positive impact on US-Pakistan relations? I have with me Ms. Azam and Ali Samantha. Samantha, let me begin with you. Why do we have such a confused policy in Pakistan? How do you see the speech of son-in-law of Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, Captain Safdar, the speech he has given against the Ahmadiyya community?
Definitely, Faraz, a very shameful speech, because Ahmadiyya community is already the most hated community in Pakistan, unfortunately. And by this speech, he has raised the bar, and he was demanding, Captain Safdar was demanding, that the Ahmadi people should not be even taken in the Pakistan Army. Now, I was looking at the response from the Pakistan Army, and it was heartening to see a positive response from the Pakistan Army. In a statement by Major General Asif Ghafoor, it is said that Pakistan Army is a professional army, and
what was the statement of ISPR, the media cell of Pakistan Army? What was the statement of Asif Ghafoor?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So basically, in that statement, he said that when somebody puts the uniform of Pakistan Army, that's a Pakistan Army soldier. It has nothing to do with the religion, the belief, the ethnicity of that person. So this is a very positive thing, and other positive things have been said too. But this has already done that damage. There has been rumors of at least 2 to 3 Ahmadis killed after that speech, and we have seen this happening in the past too, when such speeches are made through media. The hatred against Ahmadis just resurfaces, and we see in that law.
So, Samantha, let me ask you this. There, a lot of people are predicting that because we have such a heavy presence of extremist religious fanatics who also hold a voting power, right? They comprise of a heavy vote bank. So PMLN, who has been seen as liberal party because of the steps they have taken in hanging the Mumtaz Qadri, also in passing the bills in Punjab Assembly that empowers women. This is an attempt to please that vote bank through Captain Safdar, so the extremists don't go crazy against PMLN.
Yeah, that's one theory. Whereas the other theory is that in Pakistan, if you want to malign somebody, this is how it's done. You tell that to the people of the land that this person is not a Muslim, that person is a kafir, and he has such erroneous beliefs, false beliefs, and whatever. it's almost like a pattern. We saw this when these bloggers were abducted. Right after that, irrespective of why these bloggers were abducted, and they were abducted because they were critical of certain people, they mainstream started spewing this kind of hatred against them, that in fact they belong to this Basa group and God knows what group.
Right.
So this is exactly what the kind of campaign that was going against Nawaz Sharif at this time.
So this is to counter it.
Yeah, so it was going against Nawaz Sharif, so it's almost like that they calculated that they have to somehow counter-attack, and the only way to do it is to, just turn this around and tell...
So Ahmadiyya community is being used as a scapegoat.
Yeah, which is very unfortunate. These people who have been persecuted, you are playing politics on them. And this is very depressing.
Right. Misbah, how do you see this?
Yeah, it is not only that he came out against the Ahmadiyya community, he also raised the slogan with some of the religious hooligans in the favor of Mumtaz Qadri. If you see it, those videos are all over Pakistani.
Yeah, so he's trying to please that vote bank.
I do not think so, because that vote bank, Captain Safdar was always, first of all, he's not any top leader of the party and all that. I mean, he's at this position because he's the son-in-law of ex-prime minister.
Yeah, otherwise he has no background.
He has nothing there. I mean, you and I know very well about it. And this kind of feeling, this kind of emotions, he did not do it first time. Of course, we don't hear it. But going back to your previous question about the overall society issue, Pakistani society issue, I would rather comment on that. Just day before this incident, when Captain Safdar started attacking on Ahmadiyya community, there was some sort of error in some bill, and you should be listening the comments of Sheikh Rashid and the parliament, the way they were talking about PMLN leaders, and it is amazing that how that was totally ignored, and nobody condemned that. Okay. And even when Captain Safdar was saying these kind of things, there were People's Party, PTI, people were sitting there, nobody said.
Raised a voice against Captain Safdar, right?
So far,
it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, and it looks like they're probably scared to speak against those people.
Either that, or they just playing politics. They say, well, I mean, this is a good thing now, we can do the politics later against Nawaz Sharif. So, this is in Pakistan, this is easy, and Ahmadiyya community is the easy target, And a lot of these media people, I mean, who talked off the record and their audios or videos came out, they also say very negative thing, although when they sit on TV, they talk very polite and they talk about love and harmony.
But
they
Ahmadiyya community
very negative
is being under a lot of threats.
Just remember, People's Party's Prime Minister who took charge after Mr.
Raza
Parvez Ashraf. What did he say? That in a speech, public speech, he also he was kind of talking about Bhutto, that how. And then he was using a very derogatory terms.
Right.
But the good part is that President Zardari, he was the president at that time, he called him and he asked him not to say that. But he did not come out and apologize, neither Mr. Zardari asked him to apologize.
Okay, so let me move to the next topic, and this is an unfortunate part of Pakistan. Yes, Samandar, you have something to say?
Farhad, before we move, may I just say one thing? Farhad?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So I think that we should be clear about what exactly are we saying, when we are sympathizing with the Ahmadiyya community. Because I was having this conversation on social media and somebody said, oh, so you don't consider them, kafir. And my point is this, that we are decide if somebody is kafir or Musliman. This is what's called coupleâ, the iman. Somebody's iman, if is going is some what Allah thinks of that person is something which is a right of Allah, which means that we don't think they are kafir or they are Muslim. We just think of them as human beings and as equal citizens of Pakistan, and we sympathize with the Ahmadis because unfortunately Pakistani state has decided to play God and decide who is kafir and who is Musliman, which a state should not do. So,
in my view, somebody thinks that Ahmadis are kafir, they can think whatever they want. But if they say that no, do not hire them in the Pakistan military, do not hire them in the civil services, do not hire them in the judiciary, do not give them an equal right, this is where the problem begins.
Most definitely. So what people should understand is that we are not deciding either way if Ahmadiyya are Muslims or non-Muslims. If we have some opinion about them, it is our private opinion.
Yep.
But what they're saying is that
Agreed.
Pakistani citizens, they have equal rights and they should be respected.
Agree. Now let me
just one more short comment there. See, as far as I am concerned, Constitution declared, rightly or wrongly, they declared they are non-Muslim, but that is not the issue. Pakistan Constitution does not say if somebody is non-Muslim, they cannot join military, they cannot join public service and also.
Right.
That's what I want to say.
So now let me move to the next topic. Samantha, let me begin with you. The Joshua Boyle and Captain Coleman, Canadian Americans kidnapped by Taliban back in 2012, have now been released. And thanks to Pakistan military who have helped recover this couple. So how do you see Pakistan's role, and then tell me how do you see US-Pakistan relations gonna fall, gonna go after this event?
Yeah, so first of all, they are not both Canadians. For us, the woman is American and the man, Joshua Boyle, is Canadian. And they got, married, and they decided to go and visit, Central America, and they were in Kyrgyzstan, and somebody said, you must go to Afghanistan, and something. And after the US leaves, it would be very hard to visit that country. So they decided to go, and then they were abducted from Kabul in 2012. Couple of things here. All this time, it almost looks like the US was tracking them all the time. So I asked, my God, you have such a strong presence in Afghanistan. You were tracking, the people who abducted this couple. Why couldn't you do something there? Why this only happened just when they crossed the border in Quram agency on, I think it was Tuesday, that Pakistanis were given this intelligence that these people have crossed, and then the Pakistani army raided that car, and those abductors were killed, and these people, abductees, were released along with triggers. So I am kind of, just baffled on this development, and I wonder what's going on there. Why this claim of saying that all the terrorism comes from Pakistan, and you are here in Afghanistan, you have control and you have intelligence, but you can't do anything until those people cross into Pakistan and then they act.
So it looks like Pakistanis are acting.
That's exactly what my point is, but at the same time I'm questioning, why are the Americans not acting? Why didn't the Afghan forces, not act?
Yeah, Ms. So first of all, question number one, where Samantha is questioning Afghan forces that this couple was, hanging out in Taliban's captivity. They were in Afghanistan. Afghan forces could not do anything to recover them. There's a failure on Afghan forces. Number two, Americans were tracking this couple, and they knew that this is where they are located in Taliban captivity. Americans could not act either. It was only until they crossed the border into Pakistan, and then intelligence was released to Pakistan forces, and Pakistani forces went and recovered that couple and killed the Taliban. So how do you say this?
Well, it's interesting, but I would.
So this allegation that Pakistan needs to do more, or Pakistan is not doing enough, this allegation does not stand true in this case.
Pakistan Foreign Minister, His Excellency Khwaja Asif, just say that you guys should be doing something too. 40% of Afghanistan is under the nose of NATO and American forces, are controlled by Taliban. They cannot do anything. People keep on going out, coming in, and when they are in Pakistan, be it Mansoor Akhtar, be it Mullah Umar, be it they were captured or killed over there, and that is something like that happened once again. That from 2012 for 5 years they were watching them, where are they, and suddenly they found out, and they just
and then there are questions raised on Pakistan's intentions.
Well, it is very, very interesting that we as a US, when I say we, I mean US, we are now in a situation where we don't know what to do. So we want to find out, oh, this person did this thing, scapegoats. So Pakistan is more or less like our scapegoat, like.
But why Afghan forces? Why Afghan forces? Why are they keep on blaming Pakistan and Pakistan military?
The most incapable forces in the world. They are selling Taliban weapons. They are selling
their weapons
American weapons to Taliban, even joining them. And there is under their nose their
basically they have no writ in their own country. They are useless.
Exactly. Whatever they Taliban go there and destroy them, and they lose, they run away.
Yeah.
So I mean.
So Afghan forces are useless.
Afghan forces are useless. They are not doing. If Americans will go, whatever left is gone too. I mean, this 30-40%. What is the quote-unquote elected government is there? It is just, it has a rate only very small part of the 60%, less than 60%,
So you mean even this, they will lose even this area, they will probably, perhaps you're saying, maybe lose Kabul.
Well, they may lose Kabul if Americans will be leaving there from.
If Americans are gone, Afghan forces or Afghan government cannot stand.
I don't think they can stand, and that would be a nightmare for Pakistan. They know that, and that is a nightmare for Pakistan. That if Taliban will be in power. I mean, some people are thinking that it would be a great thing if America will lose, but I don't think America should lose there. America must win there. Must win in a way. And I'm not saying that America will go there and kill everybody. I mean, they have to create a political settlement.
But what can Americans do? They've spent so much, so heavily in Afghan forces, and Afghan forces remain incompetent.
No, see, Afghan force, that is the problem that I agree with your question. Because see, from the beginning, the way they wanted to convert it to a Western democracy, that was a wrong idea.
Okay.
I remember with Brian Lamb, who is the CEO for C-SPAN, he was interviewing those days when newly Taliban government was toppled, and that time one of the Financial Times reporter, he was talking to Brian Lamb, and when Brian Lamb asked him which Muslim countries are the democracy, you know what he said? He said, well, in a Muslim country there are hardly any democracy. Yeah, but Afghanistan is going to be the first kind of role model for democracy. Now think about it. That's how the Westerners think about things. They don't know the thing. They don't know why these loya jargons are made.
They don't understand the dynamics you're saying.
So I just want to answer your question just for the closure, that what America will do, America will have to sit down with Pakistan and do the strong diplomacy with them, with Pakistan, with Iran if they can, and the Central Asian countries. But if the generals will be controlling on the helm of affairs, it would be the most dangerous thing to happen, because they are trying to solve the strategic issue here with a tactical means.
So you're saying US-Pakistan relations could improve but needs and requires diplomacy?
Well, US-Pakistan relations doesn't have to be good, but they should be having to the extent where they can work together.
Okay.
Pakistan.
By the way, where do you see US-Pakistan relations going?
Well, I don't see so far they are going very good, because Miss Lisa Curtis came, the good guy. Now the Defense Secretary of Defense is coming. He would be doing the tough talk, and kind of threatening, but US leverage on Pakistan is very little. There is there, because Pakistan has to get the money from the financial institute, World Bank and IMF and all that. So US has a lot of leverage there. But does Pakistan really need it? This type of sanctions on Pakistan were in 90s also, but did they really collapse? Did they really go out of control? Answer is no. And the thing is that how much Europe is going to assist campaign against pressuring Pakistan, because a lot of intelligence agency, and I'm sure this kind of incidents, when you and I can ask this question.
Right.
The intelligence people, they scratch their head, they say, geez, what you guys were doing there.
Right. Okay, Samantha, how do you see Pakistan and US-Pakistan relations going?
Well, they are improving as we talk, because as you know, there is a high-level US delegation right now in Islamabad meeting their counterparts. This is in preparation to Rex Tillerson's visit to the region. He would go to India and Pakistan. And things are improving. They went, they nosedived after Trump's last speech, but looks like the US, people deeper in the US administration are, basically, they understand that Pakistan is a country they want to have on their side if they want to win something in Afghanistan. They cannot lose Pakistan, and win Afghanistan. That is not going to happen.
President Trump's statement today, although Pakistani media was not liking it too much because he's not, like a clear word saying thank you very much, but although he did say. But the thing is that when I hear yesterday's statement and today's statement, I was kind of thinking that he was kind of trying to retreat what he said in his speech, like 2 weeks ago. That's correct. So I do agree with Samantor that it is moving ahead. But as far as Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is concerned, I don't think he is decision making. It does not matter what he says, because from the time of President George Bush, State Department role in policy making and really changing the direction was lower and lower.
Has reduced.
It is very, very low now.
Okay.
Especially knowing their
So basically you're saying Secretary of State Tillerson wants to improve the relation between two countries,
because he's a diplomat.
But he's facing a lot of pressure from the Pentagon and other generals.
I don't think he's facing pressure, but and I don't know if he's facing.
But
pressure.
you think he's not as empowered as you?
He's not as empowered.
Right,
that is
right.
The thing.
Samantar and Ms. Misbah, thank you so much for joining. Audience, keep watching Viewpoint from Overseas. We'll be back next week with new topics.